Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel and my first ever YouTube video. I have been wanting to do it for a while, but I just got a bit nervous and then was finishing my degree, so kind of finally plucked up the courage to do it. So I thought I would start with a 50 facts about me, so you can get to know me, because obviously on Instagram and my blog, you kind of don't really know much about me, so I thought it would be the perfect time. Right, so number one. I am 23 years old. I was born on the 5th of October. I am 24 this year. Sounds old. I have just graduated from Bournemouth University with a 2-1 in public relations, which is where Journey of a PR Girl came from. I was studying PR at uni when I created my blog, so it kind of just went from there. My biggest fear is snakes. I'm petrified of them. My favourite food is Nando's. If anyone ever asks me to go to Nando's, they know that my answer will be yes, straight away. I am obsessed with it. It's my fave. I am from Surrey, which isn't too far away from London, for those of you that don't really know. I am a secret Justin Bieber fan. I have Believe tattooed on my neck, but that was not because of his album. I had that done before he even came on the scene, so everyone kind of thought, oh, you're a believer, but I actually am. I love him, so. My favourite colours are tan and black. I think the two go really nicely together. I do want loads of children, but I'm terrified of giving birth. I know most people probably are, but I just petrified of the thought of having children. I absolutely love football. My family are all into it, so I kind of watch it. I absolutely love Indian curry. The hotter the better. I'm obsessed with spice, so I always have a spicy curry. None of my friends can ever try any of mine because it's too hot. I would love to be able to ice skate. My boyfriend is always asking me to go ice skating, and I kind of try and change the subject as quick as possible because I can't skate. I really want to travel loads. I'd love to visit Thailand, Bali, but I haven't got around to it yet. My favourite programme growing up was One Foot in the Grave, which is really embarrassing. Most children were watching Tom and Jerry. I was watching One Foot in the Grave. My favourite presenters are Ant and Dec. I just love them on everything they're on. My favourite Christmas film is Home Alone. Both of them. I don't have a favourite. 1 and 2. I don't class 3 as one because it's a different boy. My favourite girl band as I was growing up was Girls Aloud. In fact, not just my favourite girl band, my favourite band, group, singer, whatever. I was obsessed with them, as many of my friends will remember. And I once went to a concert and I had made a fan book for Cheryl because she was my favourite. And we went to give it to their manager, and the manager said to my mum, oh, I'll call you in 5 minutes, give me your number. So she called back and we ended up going backstage that night. So massive fangirl moment. I cried when I met Cheryl, which is quite cute, I think. My family nickname is Doris. I can't believe I'm about to admit this, but you probably see quite a few people call me Doris. I was such an old grandma when I was a child. Well, I watched One Foot in the Grave. I just never really watched kids' programmes. So my nickname is Doris, and a lot of my friends call me it, all my mum's friends, all my family, everyone calls me Doris. My favourite drink is slush puppies, especially when I've been out the night before. I think that they're just the best thing ever. I have never played on the PlayStation, ever. So that's just a random fact for you. I passed my driving test first time. Not my theory though, I failed that, so that took me a few attempts, but my driving test was smashed out in one. I have 2 brothers and they are both older than me, so I am the baby of the family. I absolutely hate scary films. I watched When a Stranger Calls once, which isn't really that scary, but I was petrified and hid behind a pillow the whole time, and my friends found it absolutely hilarious. I couldn't ride a bike until I was 9, maybe 10. Maybe still can't ride one now. I haven't tried in years, but it's a massive failed attempt really. I just would always put my stabilisers on and it just never worked. I have had 2 operations. So I've had my tonsils and my adenoids removed, and I had my appendix out when I was 15. I have never touched an iron before, which is quite bad because I've been to uni. So I have this technique of folding all my clothes up really neatly, and then if they need ironing, just smooth them out on the bed. I just don't know how to iron. My pet's hate is changing my duvet cover, which I think is probably most people's. But I love clean sheets, so it's a vicious circle. I have never watched a Harry Potter film until the end, which people are really surprised about. I just I'm not really a film person. It sounds awful, but I kind of watch a film and then I get bored and go on my phone, or I've never really been a TV person anyway. I used to love Jacqueline Wilson. I queued up 3 hours to meet her once when I was younger, so maybe it sounds like I queued up a lot when I was a kid. I just used to love that whole side of things. So my favourite place to date, I can't really pick one, I've got two. So my favourite places to visit are Las Vegas and Dubai. I absolutely hated PE at school. I would do everything to get out of it. My teachers will remember I was a nightmare. I used to pretend to write notes for my mum that I had hurt myself, or I'd just pretend to be poorly so I didn't have to do it. And it was a known fact amongst my friends and my family that I just hated it. Actually, when I had my appendix out, on the day that I had pains in my tummy, I told my mum, and because I had PE that day, she was like, oh, you just want to get out of PE, you don't want to do it. And I was like, no, I've got a bad tummy ache. And she didn't believe me until I got sent to the nurse at school, and then she felt very bad. When I was younger, my hamster accidentally killed himself. He tried to get out of the bars and he hung himself on the bars, and I was mortified the next day. I said to my parents, I was only 5, and I remember saying that he was smiling at me because I thought he was just like, you know, over the edge. Very upsetting. I have the messiest handbags. I have gorgeous handbags, but I'm the messiest person inside them. You will probably find receipts, wrappers, everything. It sounds awful, but I just never get around to clearing them out. I would love to drive a police car. I just think it would be really fun to put the sirens on and just drive really fast. I love orange juice, but it has to be smooth. I can't bear it if it's got bits in it. I just won't drink it. My favourite coffee shop is Starbucks. I absolutely love a caramel macchiato, or at Christmas a gingerbread latte. I absolutely love Marmite. I had it every day. I'm not exaggerating. Every day throughout school years. My mum would be like, oh, do you want ham or something? And I'd be like, no, Marmite. My favourite season is summer. I don't think you can beat hot weather, or in this country we don't often get loads, but when we do, I love it. My favourite perfume at the moment is Flower Bomb by Victor and Rolf. I don't think I've basically ever gone off of it. I've had it since I was probably 15. My inspiration is my mum. We're like best friends. We do everything together. Yeah, so she's probably my biggest inspiration. And my favourite experience of my life so far is probably, other than things like uni and graduating, my holiday to Las Vegas. For my 21st, me and my mum went to Las Vegas. We went to see Britney and went to the Grand Canyon, so that was probably the best experience I've had so far. My dream car is a white Range Rover. I am obsessed with them and I'm desperate to have one day. I worked at Disney for a year. I worked in their PR team, so I was working on film premieres, press junkets, conferences. It was like an amazing year, so interesting. I got to meet a lot of celebrities, so it was kind of really incredible. I'm always in Primark. I say to my boyfriend, oh, we're going to pop into Primark, and he's like, oh, because he knows I'll be in there for ages. But I think that's every girl's like normal thing. I would say I'm a really supportive person to my friends. I put my friends and family before anyone. I'm always thinking of ways to spoil them and take them places and plan things with them. I really hate bitchy people. I think people that go out of their way to kind of cause trouble for people, I just think there's no point, and I believe that you should always be really supportive and nice to everyone, because you never know what somebody is going through. I would love to swim with sharks, which is really random because I'm petrified of snakes and things like that, but I have a weird obsession with sharks. I would love to swim with them. So maybe one day, if I get brave enough, I'll do that. I think I'm a good cook. I cook all the time. I quite like cooking Thai food. I don't think you can really go wrong with Thai food. I was once an extra on Towie, or twice an extra on Towie, which is quite cool. I have been saying for the last 4 years that my diet starts Monday, and obviously it hasn't started yet, but this year it's a target of mine to lose weight and get back down the gym. So yeah, I think I've covered, sorry if I've rambled, I think I've covered 50 things about me. I would really love it if you could subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will link below my other social platforms, but I'll be sure to do lots more videos soon. Thank you for watching.